Amen. Y'all still doing all right? Amen. You know, if you got to go rescue a facility, I mean, do it. Not everybody at once. I mean, you're preaching, but I mean, you know, sometimes things have to happen.
Amen. It sure has been a good week.
Yeah, amen.
Seems to don't hardly get it when you say that. Y'all have been here all week. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. It has been good. I'm glad I'm saved. Glad I'm in the ministry. Amen. This feller's talking about being called to preach and your formers unanimous and all that. But we need you.
Amen.
We need you. Amen. It's few and far between the folks getting in the ministry. Isaiah rode to church with me tonight. I told him, I said, Isaiah, I said, I'm proud of you, buddy.
Amen. Glory.
You're one of the few out of your generation that's he's wanting to do something for God.
Amen.
He goes over to the boys' home. He showed me where he preaches over here at the nursing home. Amen. Y'all need to get behind him. Amen. Y'all know I love kids. We love teenagers, youngins. June 28th through July 5th, we got youth camp in West Virginia. And I'm going to try to get y'all to come. And any of you other kids that are around this area, you can hook up with these folks and come to camp with them. We have a blast.
Amen.
Amen. You say, what do you offer for the kids? Preaching. Amen. We do some other stuff fun too, but it's mostly preaching. And we have a great camp. Folks are out of work around here, and kids, it might look to be impossible, but the Lord can do that. Amen. And I'd like to just to put out a feeler. I'd like to give $100 just to help on gas and stuff for camp. And if anybody else wants to give anything like that or sponsor a kid, how much is it, Brother Charlie or Miss Janet? It's like $65.
I think I haven't seen the letter since you put it out. I don't know.
I think it went up to 75 this
$75.
year.
$75 for a kid to go to camp for a week. That is a really good deal.
Amen.
And I'll give 100. Anybody else want to help out? Put y'all on the spot. Sponsor a kid. That's $175. There's another 75. Amen. Anybody else? There you go. There's 3 of them. That's 3 75s and 100. Amen. Let's keep track of this. See what whose song this is when I write on the back of it. 75 times 3 plus 100. Anybody else? 1,000? Oh.
Glory.
Amen. Amen. There's another 7. Anybody else? We milked you dry. You ain't got no money left, so it has to be a promise. What are you going to do? Sponsor yourself?
Hey.
You're going to sponsor yourself. Amen. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? All right. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 75 is
525.
how much?
525.
Yeah.
He's right.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. That's $625. That'll sure help. Go to camp.
Amen.
And any other.
What's the dates again?
It's June 28th through the 5th, and that's on Sunday. But Brother Hamrick's wanting to have a big pig roast on Saturday.
Yeah.
He's going to roast a big hog and stuff, and we're going to go through that Sunday. We just have time. A week, we found out 5 days just ain't enough, so we're going to have a, and anybody that likes to eat hog meat, I mean, come on. Amen. But y'all be praying for the camp. And any of you other kids that feel like you want to go, hook up with Brother Nagowski and whoever's going to take them. Hopefully it'll be Charity and Harry. Amen. But take your Bible tonight and turn to Psalm chapter 78. Psalm chapter 78. For just a few minutes before we go. Boy, I hate to see the meeting come to an end, but all this too must come to pass. Amen. A lot of us are headed somewhere else. We're going to Lockport, New York. Y'all pray for them Yankees up there. People's traveling all over. And I'll tell you, just having something to do for God is a blessing. Amen. Folks ask me a lot of times, Brother Mark, you ever get tired? I get tired, but I don't ever get tired of church. Amen. I mean, even in a dead church, I'm happy. Amen. I go to some churches, I'm the only one that shouts all week. Amen. Amen. Now, my wife's there, she'll shout with me, she'll amen me. She's my amen corner. But a lot of times it's just, we ought to be in hell with our back broke. And God give us something. You don't never know what God would do just with one person. Amen. You don't never know. You don't ever know what God's doing in a family. There might be a kid there. Amen. Just you never know what the Lord will do. Amen. But look in Psalm chapter 78. And just a little background on this psalm. It starts out, the first 8 verses of this chapter, talking about young people, the next generation. And I got a whole message on, amen, the next generation. I mean, my generation was bad enough. Amen. Then the generation under me. But man alive, what's the next generation going to be like? I mean, the things that we see now, y'all ever heard of a mosh pit? I mean, the things that they got now, they've got Christian mosh pits. We was in Kansas, and they had a little Christian, so-called Christian coffee shop. Whenever you see that in a little town, Christian coffee shop, there's some airhead charismatic that's running that thing. And they had a big sign there that says, tonight, Christian rock band, Christian mosh pit. And a mosh pit's where they all get together and they run into each other and hit each other. Some of them sew razor blades in their clothes. My wife was in Walmart the other day. We were somewhere, and a gal was in there, and she was showing another girl her scars. She said, look what happened to me in the mosh pit. Well, she just cut all over pieces. And man, the next generation, it's hard to tell. So we've got to do something now. The alarm ought to be, amen, it ought to be sounding. You're right. I got wrote down here, the Duke of Wellington said, the thing that impressed me the most about Americans is the way parents obey their children. Amen. What these kids need in here right now, we ought to just take a 10-minute break, whip every kid in here. Amen. That we spoiled them all week. Amen. Let's just stop and just whip every kid in here. Y'all want to do that? How many of y'all like to do that? Let me see your hands. Amen. Spoiled, rotten, you little brats. Amen. Some of you ain't had a whipping so long. Y'all to volunteer. Y'all to come forward tonight for a whipping. Amen. A good beat. I love to do that. You ought to see faces when I do that kind of stuff. I'll have ladies look at me and go, oh. Say, can you figure out who their kids are? Oh, yeah. Amen. They're the ones outside, letting the air out of your tires and stuff. But all the way down through verse number 8, he's talking about, and just look at verse number 4. It says, we will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he hath done. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children. The way folks have been testifying here tonight, in Israel back here, that was a law to do that. Amen. We had to let the praises of God be known to the children. It was a law in Israel. Amen. It ought to be a law now. If God has been as good as we've said he has been, amen, we need to keep shouting it from the rooftops. Amen. We need to let the kids know